since '97, guys. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've been able to broadcast. I've had some issues with my broadcasting services. I tend to use, as you can see, if you can tell from the setup in your computer user, you know that I use GeForce Experience. Been having a little bit of issues with it, but man, I tell you what, been sick as crap the last few nights, man, and I just really don't feel like doing nothing, so really don't feel much better tonight, but I'm going to do this video anyways. I promised you I'll be doing the whole story to this, and I intend to keep that promise, but it may take me a little longer than I intended. I usually try to get this done pretty quick, you know, try to go through a game, you know, but I also, if y'all didn't hear me mention in my former videos, I will be showing the DLC and stuff like this, and before I lose you, you know, the cutscenes do have audio. It's one of the big plus of streaming on PC instead of PS4, you know, they tend to cut the cutscenes volumes out for whatever fucking reason, you know. But as you can see from the last video, we have not moved an inch. I've actually came into the game, you know, to start streaming, and as I said, GeForce Experience was fucked up, so I didn't even move. I was like, you know, I'm not even gonna move to show them, you know, how committed I am to give them this
time she sees some handsome sergeant, you know she breaks right down and clown. Now you can always tell.
As you can see, we've already done
when a soldier boy back in town.
I don't think there's any
Yes, you can always tell.
I don't think there'll be any main quests pop up,
When
unfortunately,
a soldier
we
boy
do,
back in town.
as you can see in the last video, I didn't do, you know, any of the
She'll put on her knee-high
quests
skirt
to gain them a little bit more.
and strut the streets all up and down.
We'll go ahead and do I love Vito, his performance, his character was so awesome in the second. Unfortunately, I just recently bought the first one. Have not had a chance to get deep into this, where you can actually have a new play as much as they play like I actually had to do
Yes,
some
I'm going down to the gravel. I'm gonna fall down on my knees.
find that, you know, going back to former versions
You know I'm gonna pray to the sound. Give me some place in the
first
sun.
versions of the game. It's just kind of hard since,
Evangeline Downs Racetrack was rated early this
sometimes better graphics, but I mean, you know, the first Mafia ain't too bad. It reminds me a lot of just playing the you know, the tutorial in it. Reminds me a lot of the original Godfather game. I quite like that game. Played the hell out of that on Xbox 360, but see, I've been gaming for quite a while. I mean, I remember when, you know, 64 came out and all that stuff. I played the whole original, you know, Nintendo and stuff such as that. So that's how my gaming experience quite honestly started. It really didn't kick off until
running out of room to keep all this cash. Come back and I'll have more for you.
until PS2 came out. That's when I really got real heavy into gaming. And, you know, me and my cousin, he was we had a real connection. actually went over to Xbox 360, and towards the end of I was kind of stupid back then. I didn't know, you know, but Xbox 360. I didn't even know you could create a profile, you know, like on there to save your games and stuff. So like, 'cause I was so used to like PS2, you know, having memory cards. I don't know if you guys remember, like, you know, chips, you know, and started, you know, like some like, you know, you do USB nowadays. It was kind of crazy. Towards the end of the Xbox 360 life, I actually found out that I was so pissed off because like there were so many fucking games that I could have beat, you know, but I had turned off because, you know, the Red Ring of Death. I actually got the Red Ring of Death on one of my Xboxes, and I don't know if y'all remember some guy put like YouTube told like, you know, to use like a hair dryer to blow it on the back, and I actually ended up using that forever, and it ended up outlasting me, you know, until I ended up selling my Xbox, and as far as I know, the guy that I sold it to still has it and still plays it, so I really haven't been in touch with him, but, but I'm pretty sure he's got it, so little did he know that when I got it, it had, you know, Red Ring of Death.
You're him, aren't you? Lincoln Clay.
Vito asked me to come see you.
He wants our guys to do double the runs. Double the runs means double the chances of running into the Coast Guard.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna be too much help dealing with them.
So I will deal with those hijos de la gran puta. I need someone to keep the warehouses full, keep the money coming in.
How much we talking?
Enough to make it worth your troubles. You're gonna be hitting trucks for the contraband.
Seems simple enough. I'll let you know when I get the first truck.
You didn't just save his life, you know? You brought him back. The real Vito. What I mean is, I haven't seen this Vito in a really long time. And I don't want him to go back to the way he was.
You got something to say, I'ma just say it.
What's gonna happen next? You need him, and you need us now. So you give Marcano the fucking he deserves. Is it back in the freezer again?
Would you believe me if I say no?
No, I don't think so. But I believe very few people these days. And if Vito said this is the way things are, that's how they are. If you see any of Greco's men out there, you should deal with them. It will make it easier for us to conduct business.
She's actually one of the
I got my hands on prime shipments out there.
you know,
Go bust up some heads and bring it back here. I'll take it from there.
Lieutenant, I'm guessing. I'd love to win the box game, but she's one of the few lieutenants that I like Cassandra's lieutenant pretty well. He's kind of, you know, given you know, like he's pretty cool. Of course, you know, Burns is his daughter, so I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, but yeah. Look here, we just gotta read this story. But overall, go ahead and wish they put like a truck in here, you know, as the vehicles like that would be pretty possible to say, like, you know, like a hot rod truck or something. Because, you know, these trucks, you know, not like that kind of truck, you know, like the old round, you know, round type of truck, you know. But I wish they would get something like that. One thing which sucks, I'd love to have one today. I like the mode, like, you know, something like, but, I always like the, flashy style of GTX, you know. Quite honestly, if I was to choose any other you know, time period I was born in, it was probably, you know, I don't know, that's a hard decision to make. I'm quite, you know, I like history and stuff. Oh, right there, I like, you know, right there. Cars, you know, like round body style, like you know, the tropes in the games that, you know, got the, you know, round body style like that. I would love that. I would even move that like car like this. I'd fucking, you know, go out there and something like that. That's sexy as hell. Lord, we're far away. We ain't even close. I thought we was right over here, shit. We was way far away. Is that out? Hold on a second. Where like a 80-year-old, I think it was like 86-year-old woman, grandma, was playing, plays video games, and I thought it was, she was like in rock, I think it was like something like rock, it was somewhere in Virginia, and she plays video games. I thought it was crazy. She says she's played video games since the mid-90s when her grandson gave her a video game system. I thought that was quite amazing. That
Get your fighting pants on.
Ugly fuck can't hide from me.
Okay, looking over here now.
I thought it was quite amazing. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I got detected. But I thought it was quite amazing, you know, that, you know, an older generation can, you know, you know,
We done lost one.
I don't know, cause it seems like, you know, it takes a while, you know, especially for the older generations to you know, get a hold of technology. I mean, you know, but different people, you know, different things. But
Keep your eyes open in case
I thought it
anybody's
was
still around.
quite amazing that she had the knowledge, you know, the I don't mean to say knowledge. I meant to say, you know, she had the ability to learn, you know, and I don't know. It stunned the crap out of me. I was like, holy crap, it's quite interesting, you know. But I thought that was quite amazing. He must be outside that door. Thought he was in here.
Huh. Wait. You wanna plug him? It'd be great if y'all would fucking shoot him! Oh. Shit, yeah! Have him on top, you dumb fucker! Get over in his blind spot! Time to blast this fucker dead! Motherfuckers better save some for me! Pull that motherfucker out of here! He's taking us out! Getting my ass down! Somebody take him out! Be a second to reload!
Wasn't that the most realistic death you've ever seen? Oh, okay. Then it just falls over the sandbag. Come on now. I do like this game. It's pretty realistic, you know.
None of you saw him go past? If no one knows where he is, then fuck it.
Trying to go
Get
for
out
that,
from under this.
them headshots.
I ain't afraid to die.
One shot kill shot.
He owes me money. Now you gotta pay. Oh, I'm coming for you.
I do like these missions that get to drive semis. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm actually a semi driver myself. Not surprisingly, I actually got my class
The mod here. 25. Remember their name. Permanently etched into your brain. Now here's another name. Harmon Dupree. The white man. The white man shot Trey McCall in the mud here. Being the man about town that I am. I've gathered something better than
I wonder if that's really happening, you
something
know,
called
like,
reality.
you know,
Like
see,
what
you
you
know,
wear.
like,
How about the reality that when Trey McCall's car was found, it wasn't working, wouldn't start? How about the reality that witnesses not being interviewed by a local press have stated that Lamont Harris was running away and the priest shot him in the back?
Bullshit. You can't drive worth a damn on video games. You can drive in
That
real.
is enough reality for you. If you ain't sure,
I thought that would
let
be
me hear
quite
me out. Trey McCall and Lamont Harris were knocking on Hollis Dupree's door.
extreme.
No, to their demise. For one reason and one reason only. They needed
Being
him.
a YouTuber,
Two black men went to ask a white man for help, and they paid for it with a goddamn lie.
what the fuck is
Dupree
this?
had his reasons. Some try to call it
Can't drive worth a
self-defense.
shit on here, man.
Dupree claimed he thought McCall was some kind of black phantom.
you know,
running around
it would have to be
killing
a
white folks.
non-gamer, you know, boss to
I'm not
do
gonna bury my
something
head
like
in the
that.
sand. I know there's something going on out there. But whoever's shaking things
This
up,
is exactly what it, you know, advertised to be.
it's
Game,
open season on
saying,
black men in Newport News. Of course, if you ask a white man, maybe it means just that.
I mean, what the fuck?
The judicial system is at least going through the motions of bringing charges against honest priests. But that ignores the
Are
heart
you
of the
gonna
problem.
shoot somebody? You know, run this motherfucker over on the, you know,
Our city has very little heart for black lives, brown lives,
they
female
pull, you know,
lives,
some
soul
streams
lives.
of GTA.
Now that I give it a good thing. Maybe this Black Panther is exactly what we need.
If I was in that situation,
Whether right or wrong,
you know,
this person cannot
somebody
be ignored.
ignorant towards the way
There's
of
something
video
to be
games,
said
you
for
know?
that.
What the hell?
You listen to folks singing hymns and protesting, then you go on with your
I guess
day.
you know, have to explain to them,
But
you know,
bullets,
this is,
bullets get
act
you
like, you know,
hurt.
they're
So
retarded
maybe
towards,
what
you
we're
know,
really looking at
technology,
is
I
open
guess, and be
season
like,
on
you
the
know,
white man.
this is video
Take
games, you
notice,
know?
Newport News. Do not ignore these young men
I'm sure
who've been
there's,
murdered
you
in
know,
cold
laws
blood
out
on our
there
streets.
that's, you know,
There's only so long before the
you know,
folks
would
get
be
beat.
like that.
Stand
So,
up and start
I
doing
wouldn't
the
be
beat.
surprised at all if
And when the hunters
something like
speak,
that happened today.
better fucking listen.
Oh, shit. I swear it's like every time I do this mission here, like this mission, it happens. Even on, you know, because I have this game on PS4 as well. And, every time I pull into the spot doing this mission, this exact mission happens. It's like, you know, they've got this on the, I've died several times trying to fight these games.
You playing my song now?
I have to do this mission all over.
How you doing? Light it and flip them all dogs. Going out. He's on the gun.
I've had him even blow up the truck once, and it was so stupid. I was like, God damn it! I was, you know, every time you know, it was right here, so you know, do the mission all over. So, you know, I don't know if that's like a, you know, I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry. I usually don't try to do this stuff before streaming, but I'm running short on time tonight, I'm gonna have to pause the stream. I'll be back in a few minutes. The stream will still say it's, you know, running, so, you know, I'll be back in a few minutes. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Usually don't try not to pause during the middle of my streams, but unfortunately I had to. But sorry about that. I'm gonna raise up a little bit of a topic that one of my friends asked me about. They asked me about, I don't know what y'all are watching me on. See, I'm broadcasting this through YouTube. You know, if you're watching me through YouTube, you gotta see my channel. A lot of people ask me why I chose the background gaming is not a crime as my, you know, backdrop or whatnot. But, you know, ever since, I'm sure, you know, if you're, you like video games, you know, if you would know that there's controversial subject there.
Can I get a new vehicle
You
out
know,
on
it's
River
not
Road?
as big nowadays as
I'll
it
get around
used
to you
be,
right away.
but it was quite, you know, ever since Mortal Kombat came out, you know. This is really what started the controversy, you know. Mortal Kombat was like, it was like, when it came out, everybody was like, oh my god, the fucking violence, you know, and everybody, all the parents and stuff, you know, I can remember, you know, my parents being so scared, you know, when GTA, you know, the GTA series came out, you know, I grew up playing, you know, GTA and stuff such as that, but, you know, I remember, you know, they were afraid, you know, where they was afraid to, you know, give me, you know, buy me games such as GTA and stuff like that, because the controversy of where, you know, violence and, you know, criminal activity and, you know, violence in real life, you know, they were trying to connect that stuff, but, to be honest with you, I mean, I can understand, you know,
Coño, no necesito esta
where,
mierda.
you know,
What?
they're coming from, but,
Yeah,
you know, you
my
gotta
whole
understand
fucking
that
life.
people realize, kids realize
It's a letter from my
nowadays
grandmother.
that,
Writes me to wish my mother happy
you
birthday.
know, this is just a game.
You
this
know,
is
when
virtual.
she still get dragged
you
away
know,
back in
this is
October.
Jesus.
Don't. It's
if
nothing.
you cannot differentiate game from
You
reality,
got something for me?
I got another
you know,
truck stash
you
ready for you
shouldn't
guys to
be
pick
put
up.
Really?
in the real world. You know what I'm saying?
Huh. Our kind of guys are fucking pussies.
But
No problem then?
Not a one on my end.
I don't
Good.
know, guys.
So it shouldn't be a problem to bring more trucks.
Sure,
you know,
Armor.
it's
I'll see
still
what I can do.
controversial today because, you know,
After
I
this
don't know
guy
if
and I
you know
screwed
this,
last
but,
night,
in
he started
China,
yammering
you
on
know,
and on about some
there's
shit.
several countries,
was
you
only
know,
halfway
other than the
listening.
U.S., you
But
know,
he hooked me when he started
U.S.
talking
is,
about this
you know,
warehouse
I'm
I
a
had my
United
eye
States
on.
citizen, so
Turns out they just...
I'm very lucky to, you know, able to, you know, see stuff, you know, that other countries, you know, they're not able to play, you know. I didn't know if you know this, but, you know, several countries have banned, you know, several popular video games, you know, and it's caused video game makers to come out with, you know, different versions for that country, such as one of the biggest, I was watching a YouTube video that said, you know, Fallout 4, one of the biggest, you know, one of the biggest series that Bethesda Studios have, you know, their two biggest, you know, series is, you know, the Elder Scrolls and, you know, the Fallout series, you know. And Fallout 4 was actually banned in China due to the remarks that the Prime or whatever, you know, and, you know, the Brotherhood of Steel ending, where he, you know, he remarks, you know, China to be, you know, foreign invaders to Alaska. I thought was hilarious. Apparently the Chinese government didn't find it too funny, and they actually banned the game from being produced in China. You know? So, you know, Fallout 4 is banned in China, so, you know, the American version is, and it had Bethesda Studio actually had to come out, you know, with a different version of the game where, you know, Prime didn't, you know, make their remarks just for China to okay it, you know. I thought it was quite funny that that actually happened, but several, you know, Australians, one of the many advocates against, you know,
What are you doing
non-violence
this
video
weekend?
games,
Bring
you know,
the family
mentioned a
down
lot
to the
of
French Wharf for
video
good
games
eats and
that,
good times. Come on down to Coaley's
had
for the
too
family
much
fun deal.
violence.
With any two adult
That
plates,
was,
all kids' plates are
quite
free.
interesting.
And grown-ups, Friday and Saturday night, take your receipts over to Big Mouse for half off your first
I don't
drink
know, it's
order.
just,
Only in the
I
French
thought it'd be
Wharf.
good, you know, I just, growing up, you know, having parents, and, you know, my parents were more lenient, you know, I didn't really give them a choice, you know, I was like, you know, I'm gonna play this whether you can plug it or not, but, you know, a lot of parents would be like, oh, you know, none of that ain't gonna happen, you know, but unfortunately, I didn't have the,
Be advised, hit and run
great,
reported in Frisco Field.
great
Suspect is
childhood
described
as,
as a
you know,
colored
everybody
male.
else, but,
All units, please respond immediately.
pretty troubled kid, but, unfortunately, you know, it was, you know, I don't really think you get video games on games for us, but I turned out alright, I guess, you know. Video games had anything, you know, to do with
Whiskey everywhere.
the way
And not a drop to drink.
They'll not leave
all the
thee,
things turned out.
thy lone one, to pine on the stem. Since the lonely are sleeping, go sleep thou with him.
You already finished with Barbieri?
Barbieri? No. By a long shot. Already told you. Die slow. As for you, show up like Lazarus himself. Name thinking of myself. This jockey bastard is either one of the luckiest sons of bitches that's ever lived, or the kind of man that invites rotten damn luck. So goddamn sure it was the latter. I have to admit, I was wrong about you.
You can thank me by calling me by my name.
Die. Lincoln it is, then. It's funny. Things get taken from us. We convince ourselves we've go out and inflict the pain on someone else. A little mend what's busted up inside of us. But it doesn't. No.
It done.
Spent my entire goddamn life scratching and clawing at anyone who came along. Even if they were there to help. Look where it fucking got me. It's the sense changing. Only way is forward.
Now that Irish Point is back under your control, I'm gonna need you to bring in as much money as you can. Going after Marcano ain't gonna be cheap.
And I imagine you'll be wanting your cut of the proceeds.
That's right.
Can't say I'm a fan of someone looming over me. But a deal's a deal. I asked Nikki to manage those moonshine runs, but she can't bring them all on her own. That liquor hauls in a fair amount. We'll talk to her. She's around here somewhere if she ain't out quail hunting.
Quail ain't in season.
Oh, for her kind, it's always in season. Yeah. Oh. You'll excuse me. Oh. I have to go to see Mr. Barbieri. He's probably getting a little lonely. Lonely.
How lonely is he, man? Living Southwest.
Whoever strung up that boy at the amusement park got himself a sick sense of humor.
Living is loneliness is for the living. Sad but true.
Some shit bags left the air on my tires a couple nights ago. You want the best
I
moonshine?
may speak a lot
This
of
is the place to look.
controversial things, you know, say a lot of controversial
Whiskey
things,
everywhere. And not a
you
drop to
know, so,
drink.
you know,
Wow.
fuck yourself.
Maybe a drop every now and then?
You know, I might offend a lot of people for saying that, but these are my opinions. These are what I think, you know. These are what I you know, feel. So, you know, you can leave comments.
I guess I gotta go to the
Give me
dentist.
your
Goddamn
hatred. and,
tooth is killing me. I don't even bother going there for my meat anymore. Quality's gone way down.
I just, I'm speaking what I feel, and, to hell with, you know, I'm one of the persons that I feel, you know, if you speak to people the truth, what you feel, you know, they'll, treat you like it's, so I'm getting on. That's the way it should be, but all kinds of news, it's just that way.
Isn't it out of sight?
Unfortunately,
Where'd you get him? Oh,
isn't thongs.
I didn't know they had such far-out friends. Wait a minute. Really? I also got this turtleneck dicky for Jimmy that was on sale. Dickies on sale?
You want the best moonshine? This is the place to look.
Ooh, it seemed that I'm able to call the sit down now. So we've got the Italian mob, which is run by Vito Scaletta himself. We've got the Irish mob, Thomas Burke. Then we've got the Haitians, which is obviously run by Cassandra. We might as well, before we go ahead and complete this, you know, the mission, we might as well go ahead and do these missions. Right now I'm having trouble finding Nick. But yeah, let's go ahead and do these.
Guys, games and shootouts is why I don't go out much anymore.
don't like the way they've done this building. It's hard to find your way around, for sure. There's gotta be
You want the best moonshine?
Thanks for earlier.
My old man used to be whip
She is
smart.
quite beautiful.
If anyone
Even
tried to
for
pull
a
some shit on him,
video game
he saw it coming a mile away. Now, fuck. Now he barely knows the goddamn day of the week.
Said you could use some help.
Some of our boys are down the bayou. If you could get the shine from them and bring it back, it'd make my life a lot easier.
Bayou ain't exactly my favorite place in the world.
Come on now, the redneck assholes that live down there just love it when black folks drop by for a visit. Ain't been time for small talk, but where you at with all this?
All I really want is for everything to go back the way that it was. Before Vietnam, before that night. Back when everything felt,
Normal?
at least our version of it anyway.
We are the righteously fucked. Danny. Was he in any pain? Did he suffer?
Don't. Ain't nothing good coming from that.
Who says I need good to come from it?
Georgie shot him in the head. Looked like he went pretty quick. God damn it.
I hate this fucking town.
I better go.
Yeah. Okay. Lincoln. Just because Bobby Ever's dead doesn't necessarily mean this neighborhood is firmly in our control. If he's still got any men hanging around, you should think about clearing them out.
See, I never quite understood, you know, I know there's quite a few instances where you'll find some red markers in the neighborhood you'll take over. I guess she's talking about that. Quite honestly, I never understood that terrible detail, you know. Maybe if you kill, you know, red markers, maybe get something. Try to. Quite honestly, it took me the longest time to beat this game for the first time. Since we're watching videos and stuff, I'll make sure these videos together.
I can't go on like we're going now. If you should leave, I know I'll make it somehow. Well,
That's the bad thing about video games, man. When they come out when they come out, you know, they all come out at the same
The Iraqi government has been overthrown. According to a report on Baghdad radio, President Abdel Rahman Arif has been deposed and will go into exile.
I love having this fucking fun. I probably would do a little bit something with the paint job. Probably would do it like just I'll probably actually paint it. I had this car, yeah, I'll paint it all over. I'm honestly thinking about just cutting all my voice out of this to just give you the story experience.
You want to buy something? You need to talk to Cassandra.
She said you could use some help, assuming you're Emmanuel.
Assume at your own risk, Lincoln Clay.
So running the weed, y'all got a routine laid out?
We take a boat to the bayou, grab the bears, bring them back.
Bayou can be a rough territory. Dixie Mafia knows every inch.
Do those white boys scare you, Fred? Did they touch your zozo when you were a child?
Cassandra failed to mention your charming personality.
I highly doubt she forgot.
You do this kind of thing back in Haiti?
Back in my country, I was a hooligan, a priest.
What's a priest know about trafficking weed?
I did not run marijuana halfway. My cargo was refugees, people. I saved their lives, got them away from Duvalier. But you probably don't know much about that.
We gonna have a problem, you and me?
Cassandra says we are partners, that everything is cool between us. Are we cool?
Don't think I call it that.
Neither would I. Cassandra might be able to let go of what you did to our people. But I cannot.
Maybe you'd be happier back in Haiti.
It was not my choice to come here. Leave my home. But I'm trying to make the best of it.
Aren't we all?
There are still Dixie mafia scattered around the hollow. If you have the time, you should see to them. Convince them to leave.
If it was only so easy.
A shipment of weed is being delivered down in the bayou. Get a boat, use it to bring everything back.
We're cleaning this place up right, thanks to you.
I put my underwear on backwards yesterday. Yes. When I
Gotta unload some of this cash in the hollow.
Be there soon.
She says I don't talk to her.
Need to make a deposit, sugar? Maybe.
Better not lose this.
Okay, I'm good to go.
Hollow Speaks is back, motherfuckers. And this time, we got weed on our minds. And we wondering how a little old plant could cause such a stir as to be made illegal. And what were the motivations of those who drove it to be made illegal in the first place?
Make sure you listen to what he says.
The Bordeaux has a long, proud tradition of cultivating our own vices. Making our own cigars and alcohol since before this city even existed. But of course, if the government doesn't get its cut, well, then you got trouble. So why not legalize and tax it? Is there something else going on here? Well, there is a person who might be able to shine a light on things. There are 100,000 total marijuana smokers in the U.S., and most are Negroes, Hispanics, Filipinos, and entertainers. Their satanic music, jazz, and swing result from marijuana use. This marijuana causes white women to seek sexual relations with Negroes, entertainers, and any others. Woo! Mr. Harry Anslinger, the man responsible for the prohibition of marijuana, said that back 30 years ago. Mr. Anslinger also blessed us with these fine words of wisdom. Reefer makes darkies think they as good as white men. So, the prohibition of reefer is based purely on racist motherfuckers looking to demonize black folks. Any colored folk out there surprised to hear that? Didn't think so. But when you boil it down, how exactly is this prohibition affecting the black community? Actually, let's widen that net a bit. Do these laws mean no one, black, white, brown, or blue, is lighting up? Are we just not smoking weed? Of course not. Folks are enjoying it as much as that bathtub gin or that Bayou Shine. The real question then is who's getting incarcerated for it. And That's what we're really talking about, ain't it? I hear the amens echoing through the hollow right now, for sure, for sure. But I'm gonna answer that question with another quote from the good Mr. Anslinger. The primary reason to outlaw marijuana is its effect on the degenerate races. Degenerate races. Degenerate. Hell of a word. Remember when we spoke about those who don't believe colored folk are even human? How do you change those minds? How do you combat that level of ignorance by anything?
Just give me all a little taste of why marijuana was banned. The reason why. Big debate today whether to legalize it or not. Just thought I'd give you a taste of
We rushed this batch a bit, but it's still pretty damn good.
Goddamn right I will.
What?
You're here somewhere. I know it.
marijuana should have been legalized a long, long time ago, in my opinion.
Huh? All right.
Recreational, medical.
You're here somewhere. I know it.
Huh?
He's over here. Hit him good. Grab and cover. Ready to hit him.
You dead, cocksucker! Someone you up, boy?
Oh shit, I forgot how to, how the fuck do you use, no, that's good.
Grenade!
See. There we go.
Yeah, burn, boy!
Yeah, throw them grenades. Ooh.
Gonna find a hole.
I was hoping we'd find an animal back here.
I need to get off them grenades real fast. I'm not able to buy them yet.
Should've run when you had the chance.
We just lost a man. Gonna find a hole.
Fall in, now.
We all damned. Let's go to hell.
Get that motherfucker out of here.
Gonna destroy that asshole.
Get where he can't see us. Lost a man.
Get him.
Pushing out ammo.
the place up!
What?
Oh, where'd they go? Finish! Oh. Jesus Christ! Some bitch got me pinned! I hit him good!
Like that truck right there. Talked about I like that body sound, like them trucks right there. But she's still dancing in the night, unafraid of what it do. Especially need to do these missions if you're going to go for the team that I'm going for, where they're all, all working together. Get the people, get together, work with them. My children were raised, they suddenly rise, they started slow long ago. I mean, it's pretty obvious what the need is in this game. I mean, from the very beginning, ever since, you found out it's pretty obvious, I've been in this town so long to the city. I'm fit with the stuff to ride in the mud and sunny down snuff. I'm alright. The whole basis of what we're doing and look at it, you think you're just it's just the big things of the whole this real big things
As an unrelenting heat wave grips the nation, New Bordeaux has suffered its fourth consecutive day of record-high temperatures. The thermometer climbed to 98 degrees, and the humidity midday was 54%, bringing the discomfort index up to a high of 83.
if I was, watching the gameplay, all the taking over all the, all the businesses and stuff. That's what's fun about this game. But as far as, just watching this, might actually make a video where like this sometimes. I'll actually just take it from this video.
Whiskey everywhere, and not a drop to drink. Ah, maybe a drop every now and then.
See, do you see how much fucking money that had to do? adds up to your income. Their overall income increases. Their paybacks will increase. That's where it helps you out a lot. And especially if you have kickbacks, which I do have on this, helps a lot. I think that actually the family kickbacks is free.
Perfect timing. I was just about to have lunch. How'd it go?
Fast cars and shine. What's not to like?
Word coming down is that some motherfuckers might try to hit you. So watch your ass.
Yes, ma'am.
Guess who I saw coming out of the market yesterday? Denny McGill.
No shit, Denny McGill? I haven't heard that name in years.
Fucker's married. 4 kids. Oldest Rachel is 6.
Damn. Can you imagine having 4 kids right now?
Not without there being some kind of ransom involved. Every time I run into folks like him, they start asking me when I'm settling down, when I'm gonna have a family. It always makes me feel like I don't belong. Like there's something wrong with me.
Ain't nothing wrong with you. Hell, look at me. Never knew my parents, don't know a damn thing about who I am or where I came from. That hadn't stopped the world from deciding for me. Keeps finding people who don't give a fuck about any of that. Like when you and me are kicking back, shooting the shit. We just cool.
Well, I'm cool. You, on the other hand, are a pretty big fucking dork.
A dork? What are you, 12?
Well, shit. Those were the days. I could get shit-faced at night and still ace a math test the next day. Listen, Lincoln, never mind. It can wait.
Don't worry about what Denny McGill thinks. Fuck him.
Yeah. Fuck him. Be careful out there. Danny fancied himself a race car driver, and he was damn good at it, too. But he hated these runs. Thought they were a giant bore. He took care of that problem by setting up races between the moonshine pickups and drop-offs. Stupid bastard always had to make things harder than they needed to be. Guess that's what they really mean about the luck of the eye.
Shit. If a done gets that long, they're gonna have it green.
Look hilarious.
Look out!
Watch it, you couillon.
You just called me in.
Whiskey everywhere. Not a drop to drink. Maybe a drop every now and then.
And they still have fixed the line in front of my place. My tax dollars at work.
What the fuck?
You want the
This
best
ain't my
moonshine?
car.
This is the place to
I'll
look.
take a look. One of the things I didn't like about this is once you know a certain point of your kickbacks will start, you know, they won't keep moving, you know. Moonshine, we've got everything, but yeah, we might as well. I'm gonna go get go ahead and get my kickbacks real quick.
Ain't nothing I can do about it.
Then we'll go ahead and sit down. some of the DLC is quite interesting. I played most of it, all the DLCs. I actually had it, play on PS4. I was stupid. Actually beat the game before I got the chance to beat it, so I was like, it doesn't like put you back in the game. So it just takes you back. I thought that's right. It's possible. I'm pretty sure it's possible. You gotta take it. But, I mean... like, I know on, if you've ever played Godfather 2, it's a lot, it's really similar to this game. I mean, it's almost like, mafia. Honestly, I don't know which one would be better, Godfather 2, or, Mafia. Mafia is pretty great, but, the Godfather, it's, Godfather 2 especially, it's, quite, awesome. I really liked it. I played the shit out of it. I mean, there was times, even when the PS4 came out,
You eat? I go whip something up.
I would go back and, play the hell out of it. I played it so many I beat it so many fucking times. It was ridiculous. I knew everything. I knew everything there was to it. I could do anything, with it. But, I loved that fucking game. When they came out with this, I was like, I got to thinking, when, I played Mafia 2 as well back then, it was also a PS3. I played the hell out of it, but, now that, Mafia 3 is similar to, the Godfather 2, I just, I always kind of, dreamt of them coming out with a game like this, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it didn't really disappoint either, when they came out with this game, I was, actually...
Can I get a new vehicle out in River Road?
Just gonna take a squirt, and I'll get her out to you.
Go ahead and
get someone out here to River Road for this kid. Can I get a resupply in River Road?
Going at you. Hang tight.
It's bad when you call them all three out here. I should have probably called them all three. See,
just had a hallway. It's just like y'all.
These motherfuckers. See,
this
suckers.
Everything you see is for sale.
Let me see what you got.
Okay. Some of these footage. Ooh, there's a little thing right there. It's rifles. Must have unlocked some stuff in here or something. So when I unlock this baby, I'm going to, this is probably my favorite gun in the game because it's like the only solid. Well, besides this one, I mean, this one's silenced too, but, they added that one, probably my favorite gun in the game right here. This one's really good. I mean, but, it's DLC.
I'll be with that. See you later.
love predictability. I love all the music in this game, dude. If I got a bad song. I don't think I'm such a bad player in this game. Most games I'm pretty decent number of, sometimes, you know, there's always fuck-ups. You drift. I've seen some guys, you know, some video gamers, you know, streamers and shit. I mean, they're pretty configured. Guys that play them racing games, dude, I'm not really living in racing games. I'm more into, action shooting games. I like good games. The whole reason I'm in games is, a good story. I like the storyline. I like reading books and stuff like that. A lot of people, even my friends, you know, they were. A lot of them don't know that, you know, I read books and shit. I do. I read quite a few books and stuff such as that. All of my friends don't, you know, in real life, they don't.
I'm in the bayou and I need transportation.
On it, lad. Just getting her warmed up.
I like,
One car is promised.
Appreciate it.
yeah, this is probably one of my favorite story missions. I like when he sits down with them and stuff, you know. Pretty fucking. The cutscenes in this game are just so fucking you know.
You think I forgot what you did? You can blame Marcana all you want, but it was your men who ambushed us.
My men were following orders. We got rules. Not my fucking problem that you people don't understand.
Yeah, well, I'm about to make it your fucking problem.
What shit is this then? Goddamn. If it ain't the city's favorite pot-licking donkey, Thomas Burke.
The fuck did you just say to me? Put the gun down, Burke. It's gonna take all four of us to bring down Marcano, so I don't want any more of this stupid bullshit.
Bring down Marcana? These two used to work for Marcana. And this one? Do you know how many of my men this canard killed because Marcana told him to? Fuck him, and fuck you if you think I'm ever gonna trust these two.
Get the fuck out then. There's no sweat off my ass.
You don't trust him? Good. Because I don't trust any of you. But that doesn't change the fact that I destroyed Barbieri's operations, killed Doucette and those other redneck motherfuckers, and saved Joe ass from Greco's men. So here's what you need to decide right fucking here now. Either fall in line or get the fuck out. Just know. Second you step out that door, your name's getting added to my list, right beneath Marcano's.
That'll shut the motherfuckers up real quick.
Now, if we're all done acting like goddamn children, let's go over the plan.
This is my favorite part.
In order to bring down an organization the size of Marcano's, we need to eliminate the people at the base and work our way up. It's the same thing I did in Knox.
I know the military filled your noggin with all manner of tactics and schemes, but let's not overthink this shit.
Say we go out to his house and shoot him. Shouldn't take more than an hour or so, not depending on traffic.
And what you think gonna happen after? Everybody else just gonna lay down and die, you stupid-ass motherfucker?
Cassandra's right! Just killing Marcano doesn't get us anywhere. One of his brothers will take over and we're right back where we started. So, first, we go after his lieutenants. Then, once they're killed, we seize their territory and move on to the capos. Once the lieutenants and the capos are killed, Marcano will be isolated and alone. And that's when we go after him.
Hold on, what happens to those territories we get from Marcano's guys?
Once it's in our hands, I'll decide who gets to run the day-to-day. I give you a district, you get the rackets and everything else. But I'm also counting on you to hold it. Keep that bastard from reclaiming it. One last thing. Y'all know that building that's going up across the lake? He's building a casino. Marcano's constructing this so he can go legit. All his money's tied up into that thing, so once he figures out what we're up to, it'll limit his options. More importantly, it's an emotional attachment. Emotions make people irrational, greedy. So that's where we hit him. Right in the goddamn heart.
Hey, nice speech. Think they bought it?
Okay. They're all too greedy or pissed off at Marcano to back out now.
At least until one of them decides to try the crown on for size.
Well, if it comes to that, I'll handle it. The photos were a nice start and all, but I'm gonna need some actionable intel on those lieutenants. A place of business, where I can find them, you name it.
The dossiers are nearly complete. I'll be ready to move when you are. I was also able to recruit some concerned citizens who are more than happy to share what they know about Sal's coalition of WAP assholes. Information on how to contact them will be included with the other intel.
Appreciate it.
Sure you don't need a ride?
Oh, I do my own driving.
Ooh. And the systematic killing of Marcano's capos and lieutenants, that was part of the plan.
Well, you're playing fucking patty cake, Christ.
Look, you want to bring somebody down, you destroy the foundation they're standing on. It's the same basic op we ran over Nam.
Hey, Lincoln, come pick me up. There's something we need to talk about.
It's about Marcano?
No, it's something else altogether. Just get here.
All right. See you soon.
As you can see, we have now unlocked the DLCs. Haven't quite I haven't decided if I was just gonna do a whole different video for the DLC or just include them in these videos. I quite honestly don't know yet. This probably my favorite DLC that I've played so far, which this one down here I have not actually got to play right here, and they've added this new area right here, you know, in the DLC. I'm not quite sure. I never actually explored it too much, to be honest with you. Kind of honestly want to start out doing this one because you know, I've never experienced it myself, but the reason I'm going to probably end up doing this one is for the reason of you know, there's something in this DLC I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not going to 100% just let y'all know what it is. I mean, because, you know, it's a surprise that would ruin the whole DLC. You'll see when I decide to do, you know, some of the DLCs. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead to do some of these favors, because that will unlock the
This is New Bordeaux News with an update in the Hollister pre-trial. Defense attorneys for the elderly Southdown resident claimed he was simply reacting to the recent wave of colored-on-white violence that has plagued New Bordeaux. The defense also painted a damaging portrait of one of the victims, Trey McCall. He apparently spent time as a teenager in juvenile hall for undisclosed crimes. Dupree's defense is being paid for following an outpouring of public support for the Korean War veteran.
Well, let's see. I don't know. That was actually I'm almost positive that was a real case, you know, like in the 60s that brought a lot of attention to it. Not 100%. A lot of stuff they talk about in this game, you know, actually happened. Guys, I will, you know, taking breaks, but I'll probably end up filling that up eventually once I've had time, but for a while it'll be in there, you know, I'll pause the broadcast and get it on there and see if it's like also, if you haven't found out, probably the easiest way, what I always do, you know, because I like recruiting the bosses, you know, when you take over a district, you know, how in former videos when I took over, you know, some of these districts, you know, you saw you can recruit the, you know, the boss of the, you know, for example, you know, probably, you know, prostitution or whatever, you know. I like, you know, you have to have the little dots, you know, to unlock them boxes and stuff such as that, junction boxes. Probably the best way I found to, I first, you know, try to do Del Rey Hollows is this, you know, the littlest area. It's
let me know if you need anything else,
Shelby. Not mind them, but farm them on. Look for them.
Early used to put these under our beds. Thought they keep us safe.
Fear drives people to seek out all manner of protection. God, the Invisibles, Loa. But sometimes, that is not enough.
No weapon formed against us shall prosper, right?
Not with a 45 in my hand. The white government says we don't have a right to arm ourselves, that we can't be trusted. But the folks around here, all they looking for is a little peace of mind. There are stashes of guns hidden in this city. I need you to steal them.
You sure this about the Hollow? don't need you starting a revolution, fucking everything up.
When you out there running around killing all those crackers, what do you think people will see? I'll tell you what they see. A crazy nigga. A nigga part of a savage whole that needs to be exterminated.
Well, I don't give a shit one way or another. They can come after me.
And what happens when you're not around and another black man or woman is, huh? We all the same to them. Don't you think the people of this neighborhood, the mechanic, the housewife, have a right to defend themselves?
History tells me that giving you more guns might be unhealthy for me.
It's not like that. Not anymore. I'll see to it they get in the hands of the right people.
I'll see what I can do.
Don't worry. I'll make sure you benefit as well.
Don't push me, Cassandra.
You know, at some point you're gonna have to trust me.
Maybe. We ain't there yet.
What a lot of people don't understand, especially in this day and age, is trust is earned. It's not.
Well, I need you, girl, by my side.
Tried so hard not to wreck it, so it's like
More than 2,000 union delegates cheered AFL-CIO President George Meany.
damn, that was good. That was fucking badass.
In his city? Last time I checked, this land down here don't belong to him. It belongs to us.
Just saying. Catches wind of this. The hammer.
Oh, right there. Look, look, look. There it is. There it is.
Besides, after that shit with Richie, we don't have much choice. Money's dried up, and this is all we got left. Talk to your cousin?
Him and my nephew both. They're spreading word, letting folks know if they want guns, they need to come to us. Heard some fellas from Little Rock are coming down. Want as many shotguns as we can sell.
Ain't no cause to fret about any of this. Money starts coming in, then we can keep out them niggers in the holler. Make them pay for what they did to Reggie.
Time to shit or get off the pot! Hunting. So we just lost sight of him? Don't, was that you, asshole?
Might as well pop this shit off now.
Must be hearing things.
Motherfucker didn't even rat. lot of misconceptions about the rebel flag. I'm not even ridiculous. Even though this there's black people, it's just, you know, it's racist. It's white people. It's, a lot of the racist black people are losing, you know, racism, you know, racist white people as a, you know, example, and, you know, classifying us as a whole as a, you know, a racist race, you know.
Please.
It's one of the...
Come in. We have been blessed. The holler gets stronger with every gun you bring. Don't doubt that.
You know, I say there's a lot of controversy around the rebel flag and stuff. I mean that, you know, as, you know, I honestly have a rebel flag hanging at my house, but, you know, I'm not racist, you know, I've got, you know, several friends and stuff, you know, that's colored and stuff, you know, but, I think, you know, it's, you know, the rebel flag
gotta unload some of this cash in the hollow.
You know,
Be there soon.
you know, it was representing, you know, racism back in, you know, Civil War. But, you know, for us to, I'm just, you know, I saw on the news here,
What are we handling today?
where,
better not lose this.
Guess our business is done here.
Statues down of Southern, you know, veteran, you know, war, you know, veterans and stuff such as that, and I think that's ridiculous, you know. Blacks, anybody should be outraged about this, you know, instead of, you know, encouraging them, you know, if you're smart, you know, maybe, you know, change the blacks, you know, what is said about that. That's a little, that's, you know, a lot of people, you know, I've seen memes, you know, memes and stuff like that, you know, you know, saying people, you know, erasing history, and that's 100% true, you know. If we forget, you know, and eventually, you know, it will happen, you know, to history, you know, if I learn anything from, you know, reading, you know, books and stuff, you often tends to repeat itself, you know. Race has a tendency to forget, you know, it's unfortunate lies or such things as, you know, racing, racing like culture and what we've been through, as, the human race itself, that's how things tend to repeat itself, So if you erase history, you're just encouraging it for it to happen even, more times,
You cook?
My ma's bucatini recipe. I don't know, thought I'd give it a try.
She back in Empire Bay?
No, she passed a while ago.
You got any folks back there?
Take a look at that paper.
Some city councilman's up for re-election.
I need a favor.
Who is he? You tied up with Marcano?
This fuck. Him and his pals killed a friend of mine. Look, he'd see me coming from a mile away.
Oh yeah, because I'm so inconspicuous.
You know how to get to people. It's taken me 12 years and a lot of money to find this cocksucker. I'd make it worth your while. And I'd consider it a personal favor.
I'll think about it.
If you're having trouble finding him, look for somebody on the street who might be willing to give him up. When you're done, come back here. We got a lot more names that need to be X'd out.
First motherfucker I want you to hit is Lucky. He gets the name on account of he ain't got none. Luck, that is. But it don't stop him from playing cards any chance he can get. You ought to be able to rough up some assholes out there who will give him up pretty easily. Guy's a real prick. No one can stand him.
I kind of like, just going with these Mr. Clay and business hours. They kind of give off a mafioso feel, Mafioso, Oh, man. Guys, I thought this was going to be a good time to take a break for me. I'm going to end up pausing the stream. I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Hope you like my videos. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I'll pause this real quick, and I'll be back in within 5-10 minutes. Hit that like and subscribe button. Put that little bell down there. Catch you guys later. Sorry about that, guys. May be having some technical difficulties. Well, guys, it looks like I'm gonna have to end the stream here, and I'm sorry about that. I'll start another one up real soon, but it looks like I may be having some technical difficulties, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, that having quite a bit of issues streaming with this